Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this Wayfair webinar. I'm Elia Bodrini. I work in category management here in the Berlin office of Wayfair. And I'm here today to talk you through the key levers for growing with Wayfair. And I'm here with my colleague, Jose Carlos.
Oh, thank you, Elia. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Jose Carlos. I'm from the merchandising department at Wayfair. And what we do in a very general way in merchandising is make sure that your products are fully searchable and look great on site.
Great. So let's jump directly on the agenda for today. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the little presentation we prepared. And the agenda for today looks like this. We will have three main parts. The first part, I'm going to walk you through the most recent developments of Wayfair and also talk about the two most important levers to grow with Wayfair, which are selection and merchandising. Then I'm going to hand it over to Jose Carlos that is going to jump on the latest tools that Wayfair developed for our partners to have a better control on their products online. And finally, we will have a short Q&A session. So we share a Google form with a confirmation email. And also here on the YouTube page, you can see in the description, there is a link to a Google form. So please do submit questions or doubts that you may have, and we will address them at the end of the webinar. If we wanted time to answer all the doubts, your account manager will reach out to you and will clarify all the doubts. Great. So let's jump on the first part. So let's start with having a look on the revenue developments for Wayfair to understand where Wayfair is going. So we can see that in 2017, total revenues accounted for 4.7 billion worldwide. And in the gray bars, you can see the development for Europe, which here is called international, and accounts for Germany and UK. As you can see, from 2015 to 2017, there has been a very fast growth of more than 100%, driven also by strong investment into marketing and branding. So Wayfair every year invests just in Europe more than 10 million euros in branding and marketing. And one of the most important investments are for sure TV ads. And in UK, we started 2 years ago, and now we are running constantly campaigns, TV ads campaign, and the most successful one, and also the most recent one that you may have seen, is with Lorraine Kelly. And thanks to this campaign, we reach a brand awareness of 50%. In Germany is younger markets, and we started in May investing in TV ads, and we're already seeing an increase in brand awareness. But so far as Q1 2018, we are stable at 11%. And to give an overview, in US, brand awareness is at 90%. The idea of growing brand awareness is with the aim of increasing the traffic that lands on our websites. So traffic is following the increase in brand awareness, so has been growing very quickly. And we thought this is a great opportunity for our partners to capture this traffic and to direct it to your own products to drive up sales. So to understand how you can capture the traffic, it's important to first clarify why users shop online. And there are three main reasons. First one is price. So consumers expect to find better deals online than on traditional brick-and-mortar shops. The second one is convenience. So the ability of shopping, staying at home, and also having all the goods delivered directly at home with less hassle. And the third one is selection. So users expect to find online a wider, broader selection than what they can find on a traditional brick-and-mortar shop. And also, they expect these products to be found way easier. So selection is important, and also important that all the products that are online must be searchable and findable by the users. To sustain this idea that selection is important and can actually help you to increase sales, we made an analysis in Wayfair. And what we did, we analyzed in the past year for partners that were working with us already in 2017. And we divide the suppliers into three main buckets. The first bucket contains suppliers that didn't increase their selection, or actually the selection decreased in the past year. And for them, the revenues eventually dropped by on average 7%. For suppliers that increased the selection from 0 up to 30%, the revenues increased on average at 49%, while suppliers that increased their selection over 30%, the revenues increased on average of 262%. So here is data telling us that increasing selection eventually leads to an increase in revenues for our partners. So selection is definitely one of the most important lever and the first lever to go with Wayfair. But as we mentioned just before, products are also be searchable. So users should be able to find your products online. And how can they do that? Here comes into play merchandising. So merchandising is the way products are displayed on the website, and how actually users can filter and look for them online. So it's important that merchandising is at its best possible condition. And we can divide merchandising into three main buckets. The first one contains all the product data. So all the data related to your products, so the information, dimensions, and very important are attributes and tags, because these are the features that allows user to filter on the website by, for example, material or color or product type, and find your products. Second one are imageries. As we will see later on, imageries are crucial to drive up traffic to your products. And finally, we have multipliers. Multipliers are some tools that enables you to increase conversion rate, increase add to cart rate, so are eventually enabled to improve your sales. Talking about product data. So we have a very intense slide here, but I would like you to focus on the left part. On the left part, we can see the importance of having all possible features, details, and specifications for your products. Because what we saw here at Wayfair is that products with complete data get 40% more visits compared to products that are missing data. So it's very important that when new products are uploaded, attention is given to make sure that all information are there, and also the information are correct, so they're not misleading information, they're consistent, and also they're up to date. And jumping on the second part, which are imageries. And here at Wayfair, we conducted another analysis to see if there is a correlation between traffic driven to a specific products and the imageries that this product have. And what we saw is that on the right, you can see we divided all the traffic coming into Wayfair into five main tiers. All of them, they have 20% of visits. And we divided the SKUs based on imagery parameters into 5 tiers. We have the top 1%, and then on the bottom, we have the worst 89%. And what we can see is that the top 1% SKU that have the best imagery attract 20% of visit, which is as much as the worst 89%. And how can we divide between good and bad imagery? So the top 1% of SKUs have on average 3.2 images per option, which is 8 times more than the worst 89%. They also have more images per SKUs, so 3.4 times images per SKU. And they're most likely to have PDFs. So PDFs are super important, especially if there is assembling involved, because this helps user to make a purchasing decision, and it's more clear to users how much time they will have to spend to assemble their products. And finally, the top 1% of SKUs, they have more mood images. Mood images are also called environmental images or lifestyle images. So for us, for Wayfair, these type of images are super powerful to drive traffic for your SKUs, because users, they love them. They love to see your products into a lifestyle setting. Finally, we can jump on the third bucket related to merchandising, which are multipliers, which are these additional tools to increase conversion, traffic, and eventually sales. The first one is the quickest, most immediate, which are collections. Collections have a huge impact as they are able to increase the average order value by 41%. So by simply setting up collections among your items, among your products, you're able to increase the average order value by 41%. So this is an amazing increase. And since it's that important, my colleague Jose Carlos later on is gonna walk you through how to set up collections for new product uploads, and also to implement collection for products that are already live. And the second tool is what we call Waymore. Waymore was rolled out in the US and is already widely used, and is a way of displaying richer media content online. So it's a way to display more images, more description about your products, additional videos. And this, the impact that Waymore has is as well substantial, as it increases the add-to-cart rate by 8%. So great increase. And we can have a look how Waymore looks like on a product. At the moment, we are opening up in Europe. So already, is it possible to see on the extranet, just for selected partners, this Waymore tool enabled. If you have additional content that you would like to share, please feel free to reach out to your account manager, and we're gonna open up your Waymore portal. Here we can see our SKU with Waymore. Waymore you can see here on the right. So you can see there are additional pictures with explanations. There are additional videos. Eventually, all these additional informations help user to make a purchasing decision. And this eventually lead to an increase in add-to-cart rate, so conversion rate. So going back to our presentation, the last slide that I'm going to walk you through is about two latest tools that Wayfair developed for our partners to have a better control over merchandising. And the first one is Shop Your Catalog. The second one is Manage Product Descriptions. And since they're pretty new tools and they're very powerful, we have here my colleague Jose Carlos that is gonna walk you through the use of these new tools in a very practical, hands-on way. So thank you for listening so far, and now I'm gonna hand it over to Jose Carlos.
Thank you very much, Elia. So in the last few months, you must have received an email that was introducing our new tools, Shop Your Catalog and Manage Product Descriptions. And these are now fully available for all of our suppliers. So we introduced these tools to let you have a better overview and control on your products from a merchandising perspective. So I would like to show you how these tools work. And I'm going to start with Shop Your Catalog. I will first like to show you how to set it up. So first, you go to wayfair.co.uk. And in order to set up Shop Your Catalog, you need to have a customer account. So what Shop Your Catalog will do is basically it will add an additional filter for your products that will let you filter by supplier, and then will also let you like request changes on specific SKU or a number of SKUs. So here, as I mentioned before, you must have a customer account. If you don't have a customer account, please create one. You can do that by going to Account here, and then you click on Create Account. Here you enter your email address, password, agree to the terms and conditions, and so here I'm going to use my email address. And then you create the account. Once you have created the account, or if you already have one, so you use the email address that you use for this account, and then you go to the extranet. To access the extranet, you go to partners.wayfair.com, and then you navigate to Account Management, and then you click on My Account. Once you're in there, so here you will see the user, you scroll all the way down, and you will find this field that's called Shop Your Catalog. Here you will enter the email address that you use for your Wayfair customer account. You will click on your brands, and then just click on Save. Once you have done that, please wait like up to 24 hours for the changes to be reflected. And after that, you can just go back to wayfair.co.uk. And let's say that you have products in so barware products, glassware. So we can go to here, kitchen, drinkware, and glassware. So here, you first can see that the products from all suppliers, everything that we have online, but then you want to see only yours, right? So here you can click on See All Filters, and then it will display this sidebar. You scroll down until you see a filter called Suppliers here. In your case, you will only see your supplier. And here you click on, so you click on your supplier, and what this will do is it will only display the products that you are selling on Wayfair. So here, let's say that I see that these three products, I noticed that just by scrolling here that there's something wrong. Oh, maybe the image is wrong, maybe the product name is wrong, the collection is wrong, or something you have noticed. So there are two ways to request changes for Shop Your Catalog. The first one is here. You can see that there's this part that says Provide Feedback. So here you can click on individual SKUs. So you can do it on one SKU or multiple SKUs. So you can go up and it will tell you here what SKUs you have selected. So let's say that I want to request changes for these three SKUs. So here I click on the three SKUs. And then here, going up, it shows me what SKUs I have selected. So once I know that I want to request changes for these SKUs, I click here on this button that says Provide Feedback. So you go there, and then it will show you all the products that you have selected. And here you can choose what kind of changes you want to make. So let's say that you want to change the product name for this one, the description for this one, and perhaps the dimensions, or let's say the media for this one. So here you will enter exactly what it is that you want to do, or the changes that you want to make on these fields. So I need to change the name to whatever it is that you want it to be. Once you're done, you have filled out these fields. You click Submit. And what this is going to do, it's going to create a ticket, and then we will be working on that ticket, and we will reach out to you to tell you, okay, the changes have been made, or maybe we couldn't make the changes because of naming standards or whatever. But you will always get a notification on whether the changes have been made or not, and if not, the reason why they haven't been made. So now I would like to tell you about the second tool that is called Manage Product Descriptions, which is also available in the extranet. So how to access it? So let's say we go to the extranet first. So partners.wayfair.com to access the extranet. And then you just 1 second. You click on products, and then here you will click on update product descriptions. This will let you make changes in individual products. So you can search by supplier part number, so that is the product part number that you are using, or you can search by Wayfair SKU, which is the SKUs that we are using internally. So let's say that I want to see how this product is, like maybe I see that it's missing some information, some features, or some tags perhaps. So what I will do in this case, I will search by SKU. So here's the SKU. I will copy it. And then on the extranet, again on Manage Product Descriptions, I will enter the SKU here on where it says Wayfair SKU. And then I will click on Load Products. Here, it will show me that product, and then it will show me all the information that is within that product. Here I can say, oh, okay, so maybe I am missing a marketing copy. Here on the first part that says Product Highlights, I can actually create a new section, Marketing Copy, or for example, Features. You select what you want to add, and then you click here. And then again, this is a field where you can type down whatever it is. You can paste the marketing copy or the features that you are adding or editing. Then on product details, these are the tags. And here, for example, let's say that you have seen that the material is wrong. So here you can say, okay, this is actually not acrylic, but it's glass. So here you scroll down and you select glass. Now you can keep on going down and just seeing the information that is missing or that might be wrong, and then you can just change it. Once you're done, once you say, okay, this is everything that I want to change, now everything looks great, you go up again and then you click Submit. This is going to send it to a queue, and we will review the changes that you have requested. And once the changes have been made, you will see the frame color will change. So if it's blue, it means that it has been accepted the way you have submitted it. If it's orange, it means that it has been accepted, but we needed to make some changes. And if it's red, it means that it has been declined, and then we will reach out to you to tell you like the reason why it was declined. Yeah. So now, as Elia mentioned before, attributes and collections are really important for your products to be fully searchable on site and for clients to actually be able to purchase them. So I would like to go a little bit more into detail about attributes and collections, starting with the attributes. So as you know, when you first submit products to Wayfair, you will have to go through this section called class-specific details, which are actually the attributes. So as the name says, the attributes that we ask for example, tablecloth, and that we ask for wine glasses are going to be different. So the way it shows, as you know, is like this. So here it will show you, it's an Excel workbook, and then here you will see all the classes, and here you will see all the attributes. So these are also color-coded. The ones that are yellow are mandatory. The ones that are orange are high priority. That means that are frequently asked questions from our customers. And the white ones are optional. But of course, the more information you provide, the better it is for us and for your products to be searchable. And yeah, so they will have higher visibility. So I'm going to show you a quick example on how attributes can have a big impact. So let's say that I am a customer looking for bathroom scales. So here I type bathroom scales and I search and I see what we have available on Wayfair. And then I'm like, okay, perhaps I want to buy a wide bathroom scale. So I see that we do have the filters here for color, brand, and so on. So please pay attention to this SKU on this side. So let's say, yeah, I want to buy a wide scale. So I filter by wide scales. So what happens to that SKU? It's gone. We scroll down, and it's not here anymore. The reason why is that it's missing the color tag. So when a customer is looking for a wide bathroom scale, they're not going to be able to see this one. So we can actually see it then with the use of manage product descriptions. We can see that this product is missing the color tag. So then again, I copy this SKU, and on the extranet, I go to manage product descriptions. I enter the SKU where it says Wayfair SKUs, and then I click on load products. If I scroll down, I can see the information that is missing, and I see that one of the things that are missing is color. So I type down this is white, and then I click submit, and then that will populate that empty tag or that empty attribute, and then it will let customers find this scale when they are filtering by color. So what you can do if you're not sure how the attribute coverage is, you can reach out to us, and then we can let you know how the general coverage is on your product, and then we can start on an action plan. We can say, okay, let's do it on a class-by-class basis. If you want to change, like improve the attributes on classes or on your whole catalog, we can create a missing attributes workbook, which will look just like this one. And here you can see actually your products, the information that they currently have, and what's missing. So you can fill out the missing information, and then we can upload it on the extranet, and then you can then have like a higher attribute coverage, making your products fully searchable. The second part that I want to go over, as Elia mentioned, collections. As Elia mentioned before, these are really important. It's really increasing the visibility on your products. And what collections do, basically, they allow us to group your products on site and offer the customer the chance to browse together other items that fit. So I'm going to show you an example on how the collections look on site. So this SKU, so we can see here it's a cake stand, and if we scroll down, this is on any SKU that is part of a collection. We can see this field here that says shop this collection. So we see that this belongs to the Simplicity collection. So we click here, and then it opens a sidebar, which is going to show us all the products within this collection. So the customer says, I'm going to buy this cake stand. What about buying maybe this salad bowl that matches the cake stand? So this allows the customer, without having to browse or go back and so, to buy products that are fitting to the one that they are already buying. So here they can just click on view details, and they can just have a general overview on that product. And they say, okay, yes, I also want to buy it. Then they can add it to the basket. Or they can, if they want to see even more details, then they click here, see full details, and then it will just open a normal page for the product. So the way you can set up collections. So first, let's say that your product is already live, and you forgot to include the collection, or you didn't have information or something. So here is where you can actually use shop your catalog. So let's say that this SKU belongs to a different collection, or this is not part of any collection. You can click here and edit this SKU. So I'm going to show you again. If you go down here, you will always see this part. And then here you say, what do you want to update? So here, if you don't see that there's a collection option, you just click on Other, and then you say, please add this product to the XYZ collection, or create a collection from this product. So that's when the products have already gone live. The other option is, if the products haven't been submitted, where can you add collections? So as you know, when you first upload products to Wayfair, you need to fill out this workbook. And here, when you're first uploading or submitting your materials to Wayfair, if you go to column V, you will see that there's this column called collection name. Here. So here you can enter, let's say you have this product here belongs to a specific collection, and then here you type down the collection name. And it's important to know that collections, the items don't have to be in the same class. You can have items from different classes within the same collection. So here you write down the collection name, and then it will be automatically uploaded. Let's say that you forgot to add the collection name, and you already submitted, or well, you already uploaded that page, that workbook. So the alternative to put collection names is just going to a project that is currently open that you're working on, and then you go to Manage Product Submissions. It will show you all your projects, and then let's see that. One second, it didn't change. So here you will see all your projects, and we can work, let's take this one that it says that it hasn't been submitted. So you open the project, and then you go to the option grouping tab. Once you're in this tab, you will see that there's also a field that says collections. Here you can actually type down the collection, or if you have many products and you don't want to do it here, you can also, here where it says export your products, you can click on export, and it will download a spreadsheet, which will look just like this. And here, you can also enter the collection name. So once you have done that, you save the workbook, and then here where it says upload your completed sheet, you just click on upload, you select the file that you want to upload, and then it will populate this column. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Shop Your Catalog, Manage Product Descriptions, Attributes, and Collections. We would also like to go now over, we received many questions, but one of the questions that we received that we saw that was quite constant was, how do we change images, or how do I upload new images, or what are the ways or the options a supplier has to upload new images on site, which is actually going hand in hand with having complete attributes, having collections, so making your products look great. So images are really important, and the way we can do it, not only for images, but also for videos or PDFs that can be instruction booklets or assembly guides. So we go to the extranet, again, partners.wayfair.com, and then you click on products, and here you can click on upload images, videos, and documents. So I'm going to show you again. It's this one here. So you can click on that one. And then here you can see if you want to upload images or videos or documents, that is PDFs. So let's say that we want to upload images for some active SKUs. We have new images, better, higher definition, or we just want to change the ones that we already have. So you have two options here. Here you click on bulk upload. The first option is simply drag and drop the files, or you can just click here and then you can select where you have them saved. And it's really important that if you select this option, the images must be named after the part number so that it can be associated to the right product. If you have a URL, then you click here on upload URLs. And this is the second option. This will let you upload your images with an Excel template. So here you click on download template, and it will download Excel sheet. And here on the first column, this is the sheet that I downloaded from the portal. So here you will type down the part number, that is the supplier part number for the product. And here on image URL, you can put the URL where the image is stored. It's really important that the URLs that you are providing do not require any kind of access, like a password or username or anything. Otherwise, the images will not be downloaded. So once you have chosen either option A or B, you can click here on apply. This will be uploaded, and then they will go again to the queue. We will check the images, and if everything's okay, they should be live after 48 hours approximately.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jose Carlos, for walking us through all these tools. And so we can now go back. We can now go back. Okay, we're here again. So today we saw very useful data. So we saw the selection leads to an increase in selection leads to an increase in revenues for our partners, and we saw also how it's important to pay attention to merchandising, because merchandising is very powerful to increase the traffic that is driven to your SKUs. And it's important to make your products searchable online, so users can actually find them when they're filtering for colors, for material, or other features online. And so this is all for this section, for this webinar section. We will send out today an email with the presentation that we showed, and also with the link to this video that is gonna stay online for another week. So if you missed the first part, or you wanna review something that Jose Carlos showcased today, you can pause it and go back and check it again. So thank you very much for dialing in, and wish you a good day.
Bye-bye.